I want to start this off by saying thank you all for coming. This is amazing. In 1 week, that's all it took for us to come together. That's amazing. All right.
Being here today is a privilege for all of us. We have the privilege of living in a country where your rights to free speech, assembly, petition, and press are protected by a constitution. We have the privilege of living in a state that has been protesting constantly since Trump came into office. SUSD is a safe haven district, which is bare minimum, but that's a privilege. You have the privilege of going to a school where your classmates are willing to organize protests and take a stand to make change. And if any of you were hesitant about joining us today because you didn't feel like the issue affects you, that is a privilege too. We are obligated to use our privilege to stand up for all of the people who cannot. Those who are not safe if they don't comply. People who are afraid to leave their houses because the color of their skin puts them at risk for being kidnapped. Whose accents make them a target of the mass terrorists and their guns who believe that they are above the law. I've seen a lot of people compare ICE to Hitler's Gestapo, and while there are a lot of parallels to be drawn between the two, you do not need to travel as far as Germany to see the inspiration for the horrors of today. We need to recognize that ICE is simply a continuation of America's history of violence against marginalized people. Right here on U.S. soil, we find the genocide of Native Americans, the abduction and re-education of indigenous children, slave catchers, night riders, Jim Crow law enforcement. During World War II, when federal agents rounded up all of the Japanese on the West Coast and put them on trains to concentration camps, they did not differentiate between citizens and non-citizens. They raided homes, violated constitutional rights, and spread propaganda. And we see that all repeating now. I said all of this a year ago because we saw it coming. Because America's reaction to people of color has always been to label them criminals and keep them shackled. It's frustrating that given all of this historical context, our representatives have failed to prevent it from happening again, but that does not mean that we stop fighting. I hope that you all use this as an opportunity to educate yourselves. Take a deeper look into why we're walking out. Research ICE's atrocities beyond Renee Good and Alex Preddy. Learn about the gritty details of America's history of white supremacy. Find more ways to make change. Contact your representatives. Spread more awareness. Vote. People on the internet will say that we're protesting because we hate our country. Last year we got called traitors in comment sections. But I have to say that rallying to protect Americans' right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness sounds pretty damn patriotic to me. Thank you.